Mark Baxter, the president of the Police Association of Ontario, is appearing before a Justice Committee today calling for more on bail reform, and he joins us now live before he's about to speak. So, Mark, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Before you do this, what is it that you want to get across to this committee when you talk about bail reform? Because, you know, you and I have spoken over the last couple of weeks about the deaths of several police officers, whether it's in Ontario or sort of Canada-wide, and bail comes up time and time again.
Yeah, we really want to stress that the current framework in our bail system for violent offenders, for offenders that are found to be in possession of firearms, and repeat offenders, that the system just currently isn't working, and we need to make some significant changes because the current system is affecting public safety and it's affecting the safety of our members on the road.
Let's start with the member safety first, because obviously that's a position you're really speaking from before we talk public safety. What are you hearing from your members in terms of that policing safety issue? Because I understand part of the situation here is repeat offenders, kind of chronic offenders on this bail system. They go in and then they're out the next day, and police are kind of rearresting them. And there's a concern there over what these people may have in their possession.
Yeah, certainly it is. I mean, our members are very frustrated that there seems to be this revolving door that really is not even a revolving door anymore. It's just wide open. It's very difficult to convince justices and judges to hold anyone in custody. And so we think that we need some big changes around holding these violent offenders that are found in possession of firearms, hold them in custody and get them a speedy trial, get them in front of get them their day in court in an expedited manner, so that they're not sitting in custody for an extended period of time. But we've got to make some changes and keep these offenders in custody until their trial.
Certainly, there's a lot of layers to that, Mark. On the public safety side of things, do you get the sense the public is seized with this, that they understand the issue you're raising and how this isn't just a police officer security and safety issue, but this is a public safety issue?
Yeah, I do. And I think one of the things, Nick, as we've talked about this over the last couple of weeks, and we've in the policing community really raised the issue and I informed the public that people are being arrested for violent offenses, violent intimate partner offenses, and they're routinely being released. I think what we've identified, or what we're hearing from the public over the last couple of weeks, is shock. And the general public are really surprised to hear that people that are charged with gun offenses, serious offenses, that continue to breach their conditions and reappear before the court, that they continue to get bail. And really feels like the public is saying, you know, we need to do something about this.
Mark, as you mentioned in your second last answer, there's a lot of things that need to sort of happen here in order for these fixes to happen. But are there any kind of quick fixes that the justice system could implement today, tomorrow, for example, that could sort of, you know, band-aid and help the solution before the major fixes that are necessary happen as well?
Yeah, I think the federal government can make some really quick changes right away to how bail is administered. They can make some quick changes to create, you know, one of the things that we're all asking for is, for example, if you're found in possession of a firearm, if you're found in possession of a firearm, that should be a reverse onus offense where you have to show why you should be released. Those are quick changes that they can make. We also have to do a better job of providing resources to secure our borders. So many of the crime guns that we're seeing, certainly in the GTA and in Ontario, are coming up from the States, and we've got to do a better job of stopping these guns from coming across the border. And the government can bring in some legislation, and the federal government can provide more resources to the CBSA and to our colleagues that keep our borders safe.
Okay, well, it will certainly be interesting to see what the reaction is after you do make that presentation before the Justice Committee. Mark Baxter, president of the Police Association of Ontario, thanks so much for being here. Appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me.